Buenos dias and good morning to you, senor, senora, and senorita. Message comes to you from the heart of dawn. Well, in the last 2 days, I worked with the toughest narcissist. One that I've been working with for 5 months, and the other one I just worked with on Sunday. And oh my goodness, the difference. Now, I gotta tell you, this narcissistic personality is a toughie. It's a toughie. So the one on Sunday, like, he's not only a narcissist, but a bully and a manipulator. And just a toughie. Yeah, an abuser. Yeah. And I never let him away with anything, no matter how much his ego tried. And it was amazing. Now, it wouldn't have happened the way it did in 3.5 hours had it not been for his wife taking the program at the same time. And so what I did was I took her through the process, and he listened humbly, I might add. And he had an unbelievably major transformation. It was so amazing. So amazing. And already the updates are proving the integration and that surrender. And just yesterday afternoon, I spent time with another narcissist that I have been around for 5 months. 5 months. I've spent more hours with him than anybody. Guess what? He still had it. Any idea what the difference is? Let me tell you what the difference is. He was still attached to his old identity. Imagine that. Here's his divinity in the short windows of time he was in it. He created magic because he's an unbelievably powerful person. And they were instant. And yet his ego, his gigantic ego, had him tricked to hold on to his old ego identity of narcissism. Yeah, that manipulator, the controller, the listening to what other people want and then giving it to them so then he can control them. Yeah, that one. And so it's quite a thing to watch somebody with the gift of free will use something to let go or something to hold on. And the difference between those two narcissists, only one narcissist left out of the two, and I trust that it's now 0 narcissists, but I won't know for the next day or so, is that hi soul, welcome. That having that narcissist make the decision, I'm letting go of my narcissist identity. Hi, am I, Emil. Anyway, the thing about it was making that decision, and he hadn't made it until yesterday. No, there's always a reservation. And the beautiful thing about the one yesterday was that he's been clean and dry and sober and all of that for 32 years, I believe it is, 32, 34. And I was able to unpack the coding that he used for that and map across the coding for narcissism. And everything shifted immediately. Now, I am holding out on time on this guy. Yeah, because he's done a few things before and just went back. So anyway, let me tell you, it's not easy working with a narcissist. Now, I will say it's fun to pick on them and to expose their programs and patterns and watch them go small when they're trying to be these big ego. The one guy that I did in Vancouver, I remember he would get it and lose it and get it and lose it. And this one time I got him to close his eyes. Now I'm talking about a narcissist of the first degree. I said, I'm going to show you something. Open your eyes when I tell you. And I had found the night before, I had found that picture of the balloon they used of Trump in London when he went over to London. And this big Trump balloon full of hot air. And I'm not pro or con against Trump. I'm just using this as an example. And I got him to open his eyes, and here's this Trump. And I said, listen, bud, your ego's 10 times bigger than that balloon of Trump. And the beautiful thing about that guy was he started laughing immediately, recognizing that program and pattern. So anyway, now that I have found the combination to the safe, they're starting to show up in truckloads. While it's tough, it is unbelievably rewarding to see these giants crumble in their ego energy and then just come out of the ashes into their magnificent giant I am divinity. Oh my goodness, what a thing of beauty to watch. So I'm sure the universe is going to continue on that, because most leaders have some degree of narcissism, and what's happening is a lot of these major players. Oh, look at this once again. How do I do this? How do I do? On, you haven't got your earbuds in. Anyway, there we have it. Working with narcissists. Anyway, knowing that it's a personality disorder. The other thing, knowing this, that something incredibly, extremely painful happened. Extremely painful happened well before the age of reason. And they created an identity out of hot air, out of like the balloon. That's what a narcissist is. It's that empty balloon, trying to make themselves puff themselves up bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. So finding that combination was pretty magical and pretty divine, to say the least. Yeah. So anyway, think about this. If you're thinking about taking my program, no, there's nothing tougher than the narcissist, and I have perfected on doing the narcissist. So whatever you got can be resolved in this process. And it's very important to be able to come with commitment and surrender. That's how it happens. And the person yesterday, that were over 70 hours of work with him, 70 hours. And the only reason I did that is because we're working on a major financial piece that will fund my project all over the planet. And it was worth it from that perspective. And other than that, after about 5 hours, I would have said, no, you're on your own. Come back when the world has crushed you to pieces. I'll work with you then. So hopefully anyone listening don't have to wait that long. It's time to surrender. Time to be in your light. All you have to do is read some of Soul's crazy, amazing transformation downloads. There is no way this lady could be using that language if she wasn't in her divinity. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Every day could be posted. They're that magical. And so, that's what's possible, even for someone as tough as a narcissist. And we're doing every Saturday and every Sunday at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Saturday is the Spanish version, and Sunday is the English version of the I Am Divinity Instant and Permanent Transformation by Donation. And then these talks that I do every morning. And I want to let you know that I also work with people with terminal illnesses. And it doesn't matter what it is, but there is a solution. There is a solution. So Here we go. Let's get going. Time to transform. Have a magnificently magical day. I am Dawn.